name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back, everyone. And Sean O'Brate, Travis Gupton with you. Sean, we're here.
We are here, and we are excited. It is going to be Cheyenne batting first after a great rendition of the national anthem by Lander's own Will Bush.
Take two on that.
Take two, yeah, and we're having a pretty nice day. The Fields crew got out there and got this looking pristine really fast. So props to them, and, I mean, you could just tell the Lobos right now their attitude is all game, and they are not worried about their friendship with the Cheyenne team right now. They're ready to go.
And here we go. It will be Paxton Reese pitching. As crazy as that sounds, he pitched in the first game, so he's only going to be allowed 60-some-odd pitchers.
He relieved, basically, because Keegan Stevenson started with 2 innings, I believe, worth of play, maybe 3. I can look that up here. But, yeah, Paxton's going to continue, hopefully, riding that momentum that he had at the end of that game, as well as the rest of this team after that walk-off.
So here we go. Paxton Reese stands on the rubber. Isaiah Martinez to start us off here.
I'd have to have you in jerseys, and I don't have any spares with me. Otherwise, I would.
First pitch is inside for ball 1 to Martinez. And again, this is after 15 games.
For you,
the
yeah.
Senior Babe Ruth State Championship matchup. Cheyenne Lander take 3. Pitch on the way is outside, and they're going to call a strike. One ball, one strike.
Hunter Velarde likes to be on
right
camera.
in front of my camera, yeah.
He'll be an actor one day. He just likes to be on camera. That's it.
One ball, one strike. Pitch on the way, swung on and foul, so now 1-2.
And to start off the game, Martinez here. Do you have the lineups?
Yeah, they're right in your hand.
Oh, I thought this was from the last game. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, Martinez here. Yeah, starting off just like he did last game. And Cheyenne really likes when he starts off because he typically gets on base, and they don't have to worry about that right off the bat.
Swung on, and it'll be hit to the second baseman, and out number 1 as that was hit
right
to the second baseman, Keegan Stevenson.
Keegan didn't even have to move. Just hold up your glove.
So that is out number 1, and that will bring up Andren.
And Andren, if you were watching the last game, had a home run, a 2-run home run, and he is looking to repeat that. Now, there are less cars right outside of outfield, so maybe less stuff to hit, but he is definitely trying to repeat what he did in the last game.
First pitch to Andren is outside for ball 1.
And, yeah, Paxton's going to have to face a couple left-handed batters in this game. And we'll see how he does right off in the first inning with Andren being left-handed here.
Paxton sets, kicks, fires. That's through the legs of everybody for ball 2. So I saw your wife was here.
Yes, this is her first game as a Lander Lobos fan.
Yep, so she's chilling right over to my right down below us.
There's plenty of people for her to get out here and meet. We are new to town, so if you want to come up and bug her, she's wearing a Lobos white jersey.
I feel like Grandma Reese would be the only one to come up here.
She might.
Pitch is going to be high, so now 3-0. And already, I can already see Grandma Reese down in second row from the top, and she's already biting fingernails.
Yeah, she almost had an anxiety attack, as we all did in the first game.
Oh, I actually forgot that Miss Kelly was over to our left during that first game. That's going to be a strike.
And we have the same umpiring crew from the first game with Jared Mowry over on first. We have Nico at third.
So it's not the same placements.
No. Nico is Jacob's behind.
That ball is going to be hit to Keegan Stevenson again, and it'll be an out number 2.
Sorry, Jacob.
So that'll bring up Vaught.
No. Jacob's behind plate. Maury's over there and Nico's over there.
And here we go. It will bring up Vaught. Vaught was the pitcher in the last game for
Most of the game.
most of the game up until about the 6th inning.
Well, he threw his pitch count. I think he stopped at 101, but he was doing pretty phenomenally there.
And so here we go. Paxton with a 2-out first inning. First pitch swung on, fly ball left field, and it's going to be caught by
he
Luca
dropped
Kramer.
No, that's Lakota Officer out
Lakota
there.
Officer. Man alive. Luca.
It's almost like you've been playing or calling games all day. But, yes, Lakota had it in his glove. It was foul territory anyway, but a nice effort to run all the way out there.
And he got under that one by Paxton. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. State championship game. Lander, Cheyenne, take 3. Paxton sets, kicks, and delivers. That's going to be a fly ball, same exact spot. This one's going to go a little more in, and it'll be fouled again. So Vaught is getting really close on these Paxton Reese pitches.
He's connecting with the meat of the bat. He's just connecting a little bit too early, and it's slicing it to the left.
0-2 the count, 2 outs.
These two teams have very similar mascots, too, the Lobos and the Coyotes.
Yeah.
I always find that funny when mascots line up like that.
Reese will set, kick, and fire. That'll be high, ball 1. So Reese is only allowed around 66 pitches, 33 pitches. So we are going to have to keep an eye on how long he's going to go. He probably won't go very long in this game at all. That's going to be swung on and hit to the shortstop. Throw over by Connor Carey in time.
Wow, what a nice throw there.
And that is going to end the top of the first inning. So we go to the bottom of the first. Lander is up to bat.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
Martinez will be on the mound for the Coyotes as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Travis Gupton, Sean O'Brate with you here in Lander for game number 15 of the Senior Babe Ruth State Tournament, and it's the biggest one. The Senior Babe Ruth State Tournament Championship on the line.
Yeah, biggest one by far, and honestly the biggest one for the Lobos that I've seen so far. I was not here last year when they were in this game, but from the group that I have talked to a lot over this season, I mean, this is obviously the goal, but they've had this on their mind since they learned that this was going to be in Lander way earlier this year. So to be able to do this in front of your home field, in front of your home fans, is pretty awesome, to be completely honest.
It'll be Taylor Pierce to stand in. First pitch from Martinez to Pierce is over the head of Pierce for ball one.
Just a little high there.
So that is a wake-up call for Pierce.
Yeah, if he's still in a little bit of a food coma like half the Lobos were when they came back from break.
He's not now.
Yeah, he's not now.
Pitch on the way.
And there's
inside
another
again.
one.
He's making sure he's really awake.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm just letting you know where we're at. We are playing baseball.
And we are playing in the biggest game of the season.
And both of these teams truly do deserve to be here. Cheyenne was so close to not even being in the semis, but they have shown that they have what it takes to get all the way here again.
Pitch on the way. Yeah, that's a strike on the inside corner. So now 1-2 to Pierce. Or 2-1 to Pierce, I'm sorry. Again, last year, and me and Sean were not here, by the way.
I was in Kansas.
I was in Tennessee. Pitch on the way by Martinez. Swung on. It is going to get possibly down.
Yeah.
It will get down, and it will be a single for Pierce.
And that dropped in between second base, first base, and the pitcher. No one knew exactly how to let take it, but that was a nice drop in there for Pierce to start off the game.
So here is the favorite person on the field from last game.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Whelan.
And we got to talk to Whelan, and he was just so ecstatic. He had to catch his breath 15 times, but he was so ecstatic to be the guy. And the guy is the right term for this game.
And I feel like the guy is an understatement. The weight of the world was on his shoulders. Throw over to first, not in time.
Ooh.
Martinez is taking things very seriously.
Pierce is not. He's dancing over there at first.
He's making sure everything's good to go. Here we go. First pitch to Whelan, and you know Martinez knows Whelan.
Ooh.
Obviously,
yes.
Whelan played in the game.
Yeah, Martinez and Whelan have faced each other a couple times this year, but everyone here on this team, like we said earlier, are friends, so everyone knows everyone, and they watch a lot of each other's games, and they have been able to play against each other quite a bit. So it's all familiarity here, and that's going to play a big factor because now these teams know each other's strengths. They know who's a better base runner. They know who might steal, who might try and swing at something that might be a little outside. It's going to be a lot of familiarity between these teams today.
2-0 pitch on the way is high. Ball 3. And I'm trying to find the stats from the game earlier. They're on Game Changer. I didn't keep them in a book.
You're all good. And, and there was a good couple of games in between those games that these teams have grown just a little bit since then.
Pitch on the way is going to be a strike as Whelan was taking all the way.
Yeah, right down the middle, too. So now a 3-1 pitch to Whelan.
Whelan in the first game between Lander and Cheyenne was no runs, 1 hit, 3 RBIs as he's going to see ball 4. So runners now at first and at second as it brings up Evan Stevenson.
Yeah, and in that first game between these two when Lander won 11-1, Ty Martin had the most hits in the game as well as Olson. They both had 2, but it was Whelan and Evan Stevenson that brought in more runs. They both brought in 3 apiece, so it was a well-hit game by the Lander Lobos back in those days, which would have been Friday. Thursday? Friday.
It would have been that ball's going to be hit back to the right.
No, that would have been Thursday.
Left. So it would have been Thursday was the first day of this tournament. I know that was like an eternity to go to me.
Yeah.
So it is a 0-1 count to Evan Stevenson.
And yeah, Evan had that 1 hit in the first game, but he did bring in 3 runs, and he had himself a pretty good game that day.
Pitch on the way by Martinez, swung on. It is going to be roped to third. He'll touch 1
third.
And throw over to first is in time, so double play.
He really sprinted there, and it was close. That was a very, very close call. Stevenson did get Whelan to second, but that tag at third got Pierce out, and Stevenson, I'm not joking, was about a split second away from being safe. Nice throw by third baseman Pacheco.
And so Stevenson with the ground out, or actually to be a 4-3 for out number 1. And then Whelan, as that ball is going to be popped up and fouled by Ty Martin. And I'm trying to see who that is at second.
Oh, that would be Vaught.
No, for us.
That's
Whelan is at second.
That's what I was saying. And Ty Martin here, he had a pretty good game against Cheyenne, but he's had a pretty good tournament this whole time. And
just
look at
like that.
Right into the gap, and that might bring Whelan home.
Whelan is going to try it. He's going to turn. Martinez is not going to let it happen.
Safe, and he's going to go to second. Go to second.
And second base is going to be taken by Ty Martin. That's going to be a single and a stolen base. And then it is going to bring Whelan around to score. So Lander leads 1-0 now with 2 outs. Ty Martin is at second, and it will bring up Paxton Reese.
And Paxton Reese, the pitcher, he's had quite a day, not just on the mound, but as well as in the batter's box. Coach Reese coming up here to visit us just a little bit.
He was just saying hello.
Yeah, he likes to say hello like that.
He gets his steps in.
He does. He needs to be wearing a Fitbit. He's got it down.
He's had to have climbed about 20 steps a day. Or 20 floors, I mean. I love how he gets down there and Kelly says David.
Yeah, right. And we all know Dave's a little deaf. As someone that interviews him after a lot of games, I'll be standing right next to him, and he'll ask me to repeat the question.
Pitch on the way. Outside corner for Paxton. Strike one.
That was a nice curveball by Martinez.
And so Whelan has scored. It's a 1-0 game in favor of Lander here at home. Paxton swing and a miss. That was another nice pitch. That's 0-2 now.
That broke right at the end. That was nice. Paxton had a good look on it, just broke right before he swung. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Go ahead.
Reese was prolific in the comeback for the Lobos in game number 1. And so it's still an 0-2 count. Paxton flew out to center in the first, scored on a single, or he singled and then came around to score in the third, and then he had 2 other singles. Actually had a double and then a single.
He was left on base both times.
And he was left on base both times. You're right. That ball is going to be smoked in. Look out, Carl Cody. He landed right in. Carl is awake now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Carl Cody was doing a lot of stuff earlier, and now he is also in a food coma. So
Carl Cody just got a huge round of applause by the crowd for not dying.
Yeah, right.
Because Paxton was going right for the head, and he landed right into another photographer there on the left.
And now if Paxton does not see his photo in the paper tomorrow, it's because Carl's going to not edit and not show the
Paxton heard you. Yeah.
There is a little mark where the ball hit about 2 centimeters away from Carl's head, our photographer. So here's another 0-2 count to Paxton.
That's going to be fouled off.
And he is just fouling, but he's getting a lot of good contact with it.
So do you think if it would have hit him, if that would have ended up being under workman's comp?
Might have been, and I think Kevin, if he's listening, probably
he's having
would
a
not
panic
have
attack right now.
Yeah. Carl would have had a fun day. Yeah, the camera also could have been smashed, and maybe Kevin would have had to pay for that one.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That's going to be...
That did not look
clean at all.
No, it was not.
That looked like he crawled.
And he is safe, but yes, that was not a slide. That was an arm crawl.
And
Paxton's making fun of him.
Here's the thing. Ty Martin, if he would have, or the second baseman for them, which is Vaught, if he would have been on the bag, that would have been an out because he wasn't there.
He definitely wasn't.
They're toying with each other. That's what's happening. Pitch on the way, swung on, fly ball up to left field. Look out, David.
That's going to be dugout.
Oh!
Did he catch it?
He dove.
He double caught it.
And he dove into the dugout to try to grab it, and now they're throwing him out of the dugout.
And for those that couldn't see, because the camera cannot see the dugout, and we apologize for that. We can get as much of a scope as you see here. The catcher, Talon Smith, he had the ball in his glove. It fell out, and with his bare hand, he turned and dove before the ball hit the ground, and he dove into the dugout to try and catch it, and it ended up, I guess, slipping from his hand, and now they are kind of talking about it at the mound. Miss Reese over here, who knows Smith pretty well, is just worried about his well-being.
And now Talon is giving Paxton all kinds of grief. These two teams know each other so well. They're a lot of friends. This is going to be one of the fun games to call.
This is going to be a fun, yeah. Everyone here knows everyone, like I said earlier, so everyone knows each other's strengths and weaknesses, and maybe even a couple names they don't like to be called. Maybe that'll get under some of their skin. But right now, Talon Smith back in behind the catcher.
And after all that, by the way, it's 0-2.
Still, yeah, it's been 0-2 this whole time, it feels like.
On the way.
Oh.
And now 1-2, and it's going to send Ty Martin to third. And Reese is now looking at a 1-2 count.
And Paxton's putting on Talon Smith's catcher's helmet.
That is a difference of heads right there.
Yeah.
Paxton has way too much fun. He really does. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, if you can believe that.
This is technically Paxton's last game as a Lobos, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. After this, going to Kansas, but he wants to leave on a high note.
That is going to be low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now Paxton Reese is looking over to his dad, and his dad is giving him some pointers, trying to get him back into the swing of things, no pun intended.
And those pointers are basically saying to have that
swing.
vision. Yeah, to swing away, but have the vision to make sure he did exactly what he did there and let the ball go.
Throw over to third, not in time.
He didn't crawl that time. That was much more of a slide.
Yeah. I wonder, and I don't know, and this is me being completely ignorant about the game, I wonder if the water on the dirt makes it a little more slick or something.
Makes it tackier, actually.
Makes it tackier. Okay, cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ty Martin is at third. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and
no.
They're going to say foul tipped.
I was about to say it tipped the bat. I could hear it, but I wondered whether or not he was going to run to first, I'm sorry.
So again, Paxton Reese is going to grace us with another. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
All of the pitches that Isaiah Martinez has basically pitched so far
has been to Paxton.
Yeah, I would say at least more than half.
Another one. That's outside. Now it's full count. This at-bat has gone a long, long time.
And that's okay for Lander right now. They're getting even more of a break than they had, and right now Cheyenne has been basically on the mound for 3.5 hours, minus that 30-minute break they got in between the win over Rock Springs.
This feels like a different Lobos team already. Swung on, fly ball, he got under it. It's going to get dropped, and it's going to get overbought, and it's going to somehow be a single for Paxton Reese. And it's going to be 2-0 in favor of Lander here. I am all kinds of confused.
After all that, Martinez is so tired, and that was probably so disheartening for the Cheyenne team after all of that, for him to still get on base.
This is a completely different feeling Lobos team that I have seen.
And that first game, especially with Casper going up pretty early, I know Lander was up in the first inning and tied in the second, but after Casper started going up, you did see kind of a different vibe, and now that vibe...
I mean, when I saw Paxton put on Smith's helmet, I knew that this was a different team.
I think they're better friends than they were with the Casper team, but yes.
I think also that this team is snapping out of it.
Yes.
Lander is snapping out of it.
They
know exactly. And here's the thing. They may be joking around, but they know exactly who they're playing. This is the team that they lost to last year in the state title matchup. So this is not something that they're not used to.
They're not taking it lightly.
That's a new pitcher.
That is a new pitcher. That's going to be Andren.
So let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back. 2-0 Lander.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, I kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone, as Higgy is going to stand in. I think it's going to be a straight swap.
Isaiah Martinez, the pitcher for Cheyenne, is now in center field.
Andren is now pitching.
Yes, Guy Andren, who was shortstop, is now pitching, and he relieved, and that's going to hit Higgy right in the back.
So now my question is, who's in short?
Vaught is in short.
Okay.
And it looks like.
So then who is going to replace Vaught at second? Is that Martinez?
No, Martinez is in center field. Worth is going to be. Worth is in second. So Raymond Worth is in second.
Okay.
Manzanares is the only one that's not. He was in the last game, so he is a sub.
That first pitch to Connor Carey is outside for ball one. Sorry. Guys, we are trying to put all this together. We apologize.
It all happened so quick.
Yeah, it literally happened so quick. That's swung on and missed by Connor Carey. Mr. Go-Go Gadget legs himself.
But, yeah, Andren, if you watched the last game an hour ago when it ended.
Not even.
Yeah, well, Andren came in for relief pitching at the end and only got off 4 pitches. So he's allowed 101 now, but he looks to be the Coyotes pitcher for the rest of the game until said otherwise, as Carey fouls it into the back fence. Should be 1-2 now, I believe.
It is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Connor Carey. Higgy is at first. Reese is at second.
And Pacheco and Vaught on the left side are pretty intimidating of the field, but there's a huge gap on the right.
Swung on. Carey's going to get it up to the shortstop. That's going to be not in time. That was I don't know if honestly.
I don't think that's an error. That was just a poor choice
of throw.
Yeah, he wanted to throw to first, and I think he had a kind of an underhand grab on the ball with his bare hand and thought he could underhand it to second base, but Higgy had already reached second base by the time he got it to him.
So bases loaded now for Keegan Stevenson. Keegan had a up and down first game today.
He was emotional after some pitching mishaps, and him and his brother had a little spat, and look at that, all the way to the right.
Right field, foul.
But yes, Keegan and Evan Stevenson had some words for each other after a run was scored on Evan, and Keegan then moved to second base. And Ole Miss just won the Men's College World Series.
That didn't take long.
4-2 over Oklahoma.
That did not take long at all.
I say this sarcastically as he throws to third and he's safe, but
and why did Higgy slide into second?
Because he's
just wanting to. Again, this is a different feel, a completely different feel of a game.
This is the feel that you felt all season, because this is the type of fun they had in a regular season game. But in the state tournament, it's even more dangerous that they have this feeling.
That's going to be a fly ball to center. And it is going to be caught, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. So we will go to the top of the second. Lander leads 2-0.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Everyone is dancing as we enter the top of the second inning between Cheyenne and Lander. I literally feel like I'm at a Savannah Banana game. I really do.
It feels more like that right now for sure.
This is how I wish
even
my
the
state
umpires,
tournaments.
even
Right,
the umpires were dancing.
I really wish my state tournament title games were like this.
I wish any game I was a part of as a child was like this.
He's still dancing as Keegan out at second.
And Red is over there dancing as well. And now we're actually going to get back to the game with...
Are we?
I think so. Dorian Pacheco, the third baseman, is up to bat.
Well, here we go. Pacheco will look at the first pitch from Paxton. And that's going to be high for ball 1. As soon as the music stops, you can kind of almost just see everybody go into, well, I say that, and then we saw all kinds of craziness in the first inning.
It's almost like when those mimes run their hands over their face and it goes from a frown to a smiley face to a serious face.
Paxton swing, will take a first pitch, and Lakota will drop it. Lakota will drop it.
And Lakota, the sun was not, well, it might have been in his eyes there, but
the sun's in everybody's eyes.
He has some shades on, and I think Lakota is just a little off with the glove there. It must have hit the tip. Great walk-up song.
Hernandez with Barbie Girl. It's going to be a single for Pacheco. And Hernandez will step in, and we'll see how long the dancing, everything. Well, he's still dancing, is Paxton.
And if you're up 2-0, I think you can dance. But
well, here's the thing. As the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1, Cheyenne's dancing.
Yeah.
And they're down.
And Cheyenne's dancing with the Lobos players that they've grown up around. So they're all having fun. That's kind of the best part about baseball is when everyone actually is having fun. I remember when I was younger, baseball wasn't my favorite sport to participate in. But, man, if I had as much fun as these guys, maybe I'd still be playing some baseball. And he dropped it. Evan Stevenson did after the ball 2.
So now 2 balls, no strikes. And
now I have the Barbie song stuck
and
in
now,
my head.
I don't know if you heard that. David Reese literally looked at Paxton and said, down the middle for a strike.
I wonder what he's going to throw here.
I am going to say a curveball on the outside corner.
Oh.
Nope.
Didn't break. Yes, that's what Miss Reese said, and I was thinking it myself. He definitely meant for that to break into the top left corner of the box, but it almost hit Hernandez in the face.
Paxton, next pitch, as I'm still trying to process everything I've seen in the first inning.
He's going to bunt.
Is going to be low, ball 4. So
the bunt was pulled just a little bit before that ball crossed the plate.
So now runners on first and second, and now Coach Reese is going to come talk to Paxton. And Paxton's trying to say, let him go. He's saying, go away.
It is 90s music night here, apparently.
And we're not even in the nighttime yet. And he's calling everybody in.
And I think he just wants to be a little bit more serious. I think he's having fun. His team is having fun, but he's telling everyone right now.
This is a state championship game. Yeah. That's what he's telling them.
Yes. He's saying you can be loosey-goosey when we win, and you can go and have fun with your friends. But this is everyone here's last game of the season. Some of them their last game in a Lander Lobos uniform, and if they want to have fun, they have to earn it first right now.
Yeah, win me a state title is what David Reese is saying.
And still having a meeting out there. I thought this might have been a little bit, but now they're all going to touch gloves and get back to their positions, and it will be Talon Smith up to bat.
Yeah, with nobody out and runners on first and on second.
Paxton Reese has the ball.
Uh-oh. Reese has the ball. And he will kick, fire, and swing. That ball is going to be lightly tapped. It's going to be a fair ball. Throw over to Stover, not in time.
He's going to miss that.
And
I knew he was.
Now Whelan is going to throw to home. Paxton is now going to catch him in a pickle. Throw to Connor Carey. Go-Go Gadget legs now. Throw now to Evan Stevenson. He's out.
Now, that might have scored one, but that was a very entertaining way to get that second run out of there.
Look at Hernandez at second.
Yeah, Hernandez basically got a double off that just because they caught him in that pickle in between third and
Oh, that's
and
Smith.
Home.
Yeah, that's Smith.
Smith, yeah, sorry.
Who he did the whole Paxton Reese dance. Did anybody catch that besides me?
The Carlton.
And so it's 2-1 as Pacheco scored. Hernandez was then thrown out.
Coming
I guess
home,
by a
yeah.
5-2. I don't know how else to score that for out number 1. And the number one thing that all of umpires enjoy doing, dusting off the plate.
So now Isaiah Polk is up, and he is the first baseman for the Coyotes right now.
And I actually don't think we've seen Polk all tournament long.
I was just about to say, that is my first time hearing his name. So,
and this is the first time I remember calling his name. Pitch on the way by Paxton is a strike. And
that one
all
was
of a sudden,
right down the middle.
All of a sudden, Paxton now turns the laser focus on.
And he can still smirk and smile, but he's throwing those strikes while he's doing so now. So that is exactly what his father probably told him to do when they had that little meeting.
One out here. Swing and a miss. That was nasty.
That was a pretty ball there.
So during that last half inning, was Monty dancing? I didn't see her down there.
Yeah, Montana was dancing, as she always does. Yeah, we're talking about you. And Paxton with an 0-2 pitch.
On the way is going to get roped foul. I did promise her that I would at least mention her 3 times on air, so I've got 2 down, and I'm already on, not even in the second inning.
If a foul comes her way, maybe we can get her one of those nice balls.
Oh, I've got $10 on her catching the foul ball if it goes in the stands.
She can't catch, so that's kind of the best part.
I didn't say she had to catch it with her hands. Pitch on the way. Oh!
He checked his swing.
Yeah, he did.
And the check did not go halfway, so that is going to be a ball. It was low.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Evan Stevenson talking to the ump saying maybe
you should look at that again.
We are being told concession stands are about to close.
Oh, that was her opportunity right there. 1-2 the count. Still 1 out.
And this is almost similar to when Martinez was pitching earlier, just a long at-bat for one person.
But here's the problem. Paxton doesn't have as many pitches.
Oh, definitely.
No, I'm saying he's not got a lot of pitches to work with. Keegan's dancing at second. And there's a shake by.
And that's a strikeout. That's a pretty strike right there.
Wow. So Worth will now stand in with 2 outs. Runner is at second and Smith. Him and Keegan are having a dance party at second base. That's what's happening.
We're going to have a dance contest at the end of this no matter who wins. More Katy Perry.
It's going to be Worth. I feel like it's not a 90s night. It's a Katy Perry night.
That might be it. They did not give us their list of walk-up music, so they all get Katy Perry and
That's
Barbie
all it is.
Girl.
Pitch on the way.
That's a nice
strike
there.
Next thing you know, it's going to be Britney Spears coming up next for the next walk-up song.
Yeah, and Talon Smith has a huge leadoff on second. He really likes to tempt Paxton here into maybe throwing a little error like Rhett Stover just did to first a little bit ago. But his leadoff is shortened as I say that, but he is about to start going again as Paxton looks back.
Swung on. It's going to be hit to Keegan. He'll throw it over to first, and that'll be the end of the inning. But Cheyenne will get a run. It's 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the second.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Sorry, I didn't know you had actually hit the button yet.
No, you're good.
And, man alive, we have had a fun day today, and this is a good way to finish it off between the last year's state championship matchup between Cheyenne and Lander. And I don't know if we're at a baseball game, dance party. I don't know what we're doing.
90s night. There's something happening.
It's 90s night, and now we've got just a huge thud coming over the speakers.
And that's Rhett Stover's walk-up song, as Rhett is not at the bottom of the lineup like he was last game. It is actually Lakota Officer after him, and then we go back up to Taylor Pierce. But Rhett got out of his mid-season slump.
Just like that, heads up.
And Rhett went 2 for 4 in the last game, with both of his hits being real powerful strikes. And his father is extremely happy, as Rhett's brother also just got married 2 days ago. So the Stover family's having a great weekend.
And that's even a better pitch.
For Stover, yes.
And so it is a 1-1 count for Rhett Stover. And in all seriousness, Cheyenne is a very dangerous team. We know that. We've seen that. And at some point, the laughing's going to stop.
Oh, yeah. And as soon as they get, as that is a ball into the ground, as soon as they get maybe another inning under their belt, if they don't score anymore, I think their coach is going to tell them to kind of settle down a little bit. Now, Rhett Stover and the rest of the Lobos are definitely having fun, but they are only up 1. So we need to remember that. if they keep having fun out here and nothing happens. But that is a nice strike down the middle. My goodness.
2-2 now to Stover.
Bottom of the second, Lander up by 1.
And again, last year the final score was 14-10. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Stover has a hard time with that curveball, and you saw it there.
He does. He swung a little late, but that definitely doesn't mean very much compared to the last game he had. He just had a great game. I can't say enough about it. And
yeah,
that was the first strikeout for the Cheyenne pitching team,
which is Andren. That's the first strikeout for Andren.
Well, there wasn't a strikeout for Martinez either.
Martinez pitched in the first inning and then quickly was switched to Andren. That pitch is going to be swung on and foul.
Just barely.
And so strike 1 for Lakota Officer.
And a hearty thank you to all the sponsors for the Lobos. I don't know if you can see all the banners very clearly out there on the outside fence, but this state tournament in Lander would not be possible without them.
The ball is outside, 1-1. We definitely want to send a special thank you to the people who have allowed us to be here and to bring every single game, and that's Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. So thank you so much to those guys. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and that was another nice breaking ball. So now 1-2 to Lakota Officer. And, you know, it's been a really good family affair for me and you. Your wife's here. My fiance was here. And that's going to be swung on, and that's going to be hit to the first base, and it's going to be out number 2 as he grounds out to the first baseman.
And now we go back to the top of the order with Pierce. And Pierce had a single in the first inning.
And then came around and
scored the first run, yeah.
Actually, Whelan was the one that scored the first run. Pierce was caught in that play at third.
Yeah.
So Pierce stands in now with a 1-1 game. And you said you have family members listening in. I know that there are people in Cheyenne listening.
Lots of people in Cheyenne from the looks of it.
Yeah, that ball is going to be hit straight up, and
who's going to call it?
It's going to be caught
pitcher
by the pitcher, Andren. So we go now to the top of the third inning. It's 2-1 Lander.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Top of the third inning, and it's going to be Demro who will stand in for the Coyotes as we go to the top of the third.
Demro is a scary batter. He hit that home run in the last game, but he also just has a lot of strength in general. If it doesn't reach the fence out there, it does usually reach outfield. So see what Paxton does to try and subvert that. He's going to call for more time.
Just because,
yeah. And he wants to talk to Cobb. Coach Cobb over there
is wiping his eyes.
Yeah. Well,
as
someone
bright.
that's eaten 3 bugs so far today, I can
that
see
ball's
that
going to be
too.
hit left field. Lakota drops that
it
one.
again. Oh, that is Whelan out there.
Oh, that's
now.
Whelan who drops it, and he's talking to someone over in the left side. So I have Whelan as the extra hitter.
They must have switched him and Officer, but Lakota Officer had a drop earlier out there, and now.
So Whelan is now going to be out in there.
Yeah.
So Officer is now where?
He is the extra hitter.
He's the extra hitter now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we've had 2 drops by Lander left fielders.
And 2 different ones.
Yeah, 2 different ones, and that one just allowed, luckily, just a single. Could have very easily been a double.
So we go back to the top of the order to Martinez, and that's going to be a strike 1. And Martinez.
By the way he's acting, you would have thought that was strike 3, but that was just strike 1.
2-1. So now the tying run is at first. And Rhett Stover, man. Paxton Reese has got a wide stance. Now he'll put his feet together, kick and fire. And that's a nice pitch. Swing 2 and strike 2.
Martinez is just bad-mouthing himself right there, and that was a good swing, just a better pitch by Paxton.
So Isaiah Martinez grounded out in the first inning.
And this 0-2 pitch is going to be very important depending on the second baseman or the shortstop, their position, and that's going to be a ball.
Outside. Yep, 1-2 now.
Because Demro likes to run. He's a speedy guy over there on first, and he's taken more liberties with his leadoff. He's a little short now, but we will see what they do as another car alarm goes off.
Somewhere not near the ballpark, though. I don't think. Pitch on the way, swung on, back up the middle.
Wow,
that's
right
a
in the
base
middle.
hit. And so now, with an 0-2 count, Martinez is at first, Demro is at second, and they're going to call for time, and there's going to be a new pitcher.
It looks like it, and so we will take a quick commercial break, and it looks like they're just doing a pitch count, and it might be Keegan coming in to relieve. We will let you know when we come back from these commercials.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Alrighty, and we are at the bottom of the third with Lander up 2-1 still. And we have turned off the car alarm. Thank you. We now have Keegan Stevenson coming into pitch.
I'm trying to figure out. I think we're in the bottom of the third.
Are we still in the top of the third or in the bottom?
We're in the top. Yeah, so top of the third inning. Andren is going to stand in as Martinez is at first. Demro is at second.
The pitching change got me.
And that's in the dirt for ball one as Keegan Stevenson delivers the first one.
And Keegan earlier against Casper, like I said, he was having a good pitching to begin. A couple errors allowed the runs to kind of run up on him.
That pitch is going to be hammered and
nice.
Caught.
Go to first, and he's going to get a double play.
This is going to be a double play.
Very well played there by the second baseman, Taylor Pierce, as he has just moved into second base thanks to the switch between center fielder and pitcher. So now Paxton Reese out in center field, Keegan on the mound, and Pierce at second. That is what your Lobos infield and outfield looks like as Tristan Vaught comes up to bat.
And so quickly 2 outs now. Lander still leads 2-1. First pitch is going to be high for ball one.
And you can tell when Keegan is starting off his pitching, first about 10, he kicks that leg way up in the air, and then he starts to tighten up just a little bit.
1-0 the count. 2-1 the lead as we are in the top of the third. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball left field. This one is foul.
Yeah, so Keegan earlier against Casper in that semi-game, in just 2 innings, he had 2 strikeouts. He did allow 5 hits, but the errors were really a big factor in that moment. And now Tristan Vaught with a 1-1 pitch coming his way here.
Actually, I think it's 1-2. I've got 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes. The scorekeeper is
behind 1.
Just 1.
2-2 the count.
And we have a nice leadoff there for the Cheyenne player, but that leaves a huge hole in the right side of the infield with Pierce.
Pitch on the way is foul.
And Rhett had a nice slide right there.
So we stay at 2-2 with 2 outs. Again, state championship game between Lander and Cheyenne.
It's for all the marbles here.
Travis Gupton, Sean O'Brate, Kelly Reese.
You can hear
Hunter
Kelly.
Velarde was here a minute ago. Hunter is going and doing something.
He's helping out in outfield there.
Yeah.
2-2 count coming his way with 2 outs. Deuce is wild.
Keegan will kick, fire, and deliver, and it'll be outside ball 3.
And now a full count with just 1 runner on second. Let's see how this goes.
So the runner at second will run
definitely
on this next pitch.
And here comes Mr. Velarde now with no Laffy Taffies for me.
Yeah, that's not cool. 3-2 is the count. Pitch on the way by Keegan. Swung on.
Oh.
It's going to get through.
He almost grabbed
it's
that,
going to
too.
score at least 1. And the throw from Paxton to Evan is not in time. Throw over to first, however, will be.
Wow, look at that.
And so that is going to score Demro, and then Vaught will be caught on a 2-3. And so we will go to the bottom of the third inning, and it is tied 2 apiece.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
We are in the bottom of the third inning in the state championship game between Cheyenne and Lander, and it is now 2-2. And, partner, I feel like right now the laughing stops.
Yeah, the laughing stops. It's all tied. And Whelan, the savior of the first game with the walk-off, he's going to be batting first. And Guy Andren, the pitcher, has done a pretty good job on the mound, making sure that nobody really gets to base unless there is an error somewhere. So let's see what Whelan can do as a bee has landed on my mic. Okay, there we go.
Nope, you're good. I can go get Little Officer. He usually helps us out with the bee problem. Pitch on the way is going to be there for ball one. Whelan, like you said, really the reason that the Lander Lobos are here.
Yeah, it was going to be Casper. If it wasn't up to Whelan there at the end of that game, which was an amazing ending, if you have a chance and you did not get to see that live call, I would turn down your volume before you go back to that YouTube page. But that is a ball three there. But, yeah, the call at the end of the game is going to blow your speakers out, and for good reason. It was an amazing walk-off win.
Yes. It was absolutely phenomenal. Pitch on the way. And that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. Whelan, again, not even going to attempt.
Whelan didn't even look like he was really ready in the box. He just kind of let it happen. 3-1 count.
That's going to be swung on and hit foul, so now 3-2.
And I think we know what Whelan can do with a full count.
Yep. I know what he can do with a no-2 count.
And all the kids are now racing to get foul balls.
No Laffy Taffy involved, but they just want to make Miss Kelly happy.
You don't want to mess with her today. It's her birthday. Can't do that.
Yeah. And here we go.
Full count, 2-2, bottom of the third. See what Whelan can do with this.
That's going to be right up at Whelan. It hit him, and he'll throw it over to first for the first out.
Man, that bounced directly into his thigh.
That hurts.
And he didn't even see where the ball went. He just kind of looked around, and they're going to just make sure that he's okay over there. As some J. Cole pops in.
That'll bring up Evan Stevenson as they make sure that he's all good, and he looks fine. It's going to have a bruise there tomorrow.
I was about to say, he's not going to feel it right now. He's going to feel it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be felt that's going to be a long week for him. Hope his summer goes well because that's going to be a bruise there.
And speaking of injuries, the Casper catcher from earlier who dislocated his thumb, I got a good look at it after the game. He had untaped it. Big old bruise right in the middle of his palm. I have no idea how he caught a whole game with that, as that ball is high. 1-0 count now to Evan Stevenson, the catcher.
Stevenson wears his ponytail in his shirt when he hits.
I think that's a rule. Is it not? Yeah, there's a rule that has, if you have a certain amount of hair, it has to go down there. Just like the jewelry rule has to be taped to your chest.
Fully taped.
Fully taped.
There is a key word there that we found out.
Rule book has been in use this weekend.
That ball is hammered.
And that's
left
fair if
field.
It lands.
It's
He dropped it.
and it's going to be a tag to first, and now he's going to go to second. He's going to slide in, and he's safe.
And the second baseman took his foot off the bag. He still would have been safe no matter what, but that was a pretty clear indicator that he was safe after he even stopped at first base. He didn't run all the way around.
The coach over at first base,
Ryan Carey,
absolutely lost his mind
that he stopped.
He stopped. He was jumping up and down, doing cartwheels and everything.
Well, in the minds of these young batters, if it looks like it should be caught, even in left field with the sun in their eyes right now, there is just a mindset that says, I just got to get to first, and if they drop it, they drop it. But he was expecting that to be caught, I'm sure, so he never even looked towards the left field.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Ty Martin.
Ty Martin 1 for 1 today.
With a single and a stolen base.
And that single actually brought in the first score.
Which was Wheelan. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Ty Martin quickly 0-2.
A little late on the swing there, but that was right down the middle, and that was the perfect pitch to hit if he could have gotten some contact with it.
Runner in scoring position with 1 out in Ty Martin. Or is Stevenson, I'm sorry. Pitch on the way. That's going to be strike 3. He got him.
Got him looking as well. That was a right outside corner. And Paxton Reese waves to the fans out in left field. And by fans, I mean his friends out there in left field.
It is going to be Paxton who stands in. Paxton is 1 for 1. He reached on a single in the first.
And I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but Paxton, this is his last game as a Lobos before summer break and eventually going to Heston College in Kansas to be a Lark.
And that's going to be roped to left. It'll get down, and runners now at the corners with 2 outs.
Maybe he wasn't waving to left field. He was pointing where he was going to go with it.
Calling the shot, you think?
Yeah.
Little call to the babe.
And who knows, maybe he wanted to go yard there, and maybe he was being a little
funny.
Yeah, funny there.
And so it's time to get Higgy with it as Higgy stands in. How your wife is able to hear at all.
She won't hear me today.
With the speaker right in front of where she's sitting.
Yeah, she's going to be like coming home from a concert after this. And that ball goes in the dirt, and this could be a steal home. Let's see how it goes.
And it is. He's safe.
That is safe. And Paxton has reached third, too, all the way from first.
That was good base running by Reese. Higgy with a 1-0 count now. Hey, little officer's here. I didn't actually expect you to show up.
We were joking, but if you want to kill some bees, they're up there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Just whenever, get your hat ready. Actually, just wait unless you hear me scream.
Yeah, that's going to be the real key is if you hear a girly scream up here, it's me. So.
Yeah. And I'm allergic to bees. He's just scared of bees.
Yeah, scared. That's not. So a 3-2 lead now for Lander in the bottom of the third. Higgy only saw that one pitch, and it was high, which led to the run being scored. And Higgy watches that go right down the middle, strike 1.
You know, the Lobos, especially Higgy, he's very particular about where he wants to swing.
Yeah.
Very particular.
He likes one particular part of the strike zone.
And that's not it. That's going to be popped up and borrowing craziness. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And it is. So Higgy flies out to second, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. Lander now leads 3-2.
3-2.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, I kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is...
All right, welcome back. It is the top of the fourth inning here with Lander regaining the lead in the last inning. And if you can't tell, we are having a fun time. Umpires, Lobos, coaches, parents,
commentators,
friends, everyone just dancing around, waiting for baseball to resume. And now we have Dorian Pacheco, the third baseman for Cheyenne, up to bat. What did he do last time?
Pacheco is 1 for 1. He singled in the second. Pitch on the way. Is a swing and a miss. Nicely done by Keegan.
Yeah, a little high there, but not enough for Pacheco to not swing at it.
Pacheco is going to stand into the box. And this is a lot of fun. We've had a really fun week. Stressful week, but a fun week.
At least you get the day off tomorrow.
I partially do.
Oh,
that pitch is going to be high for ball one.
High and very close to inside and hitting his elbow.
Because tomorrow at noon, it is going to be Keegan Stevenson signing.
Yeah,
and I will be there because even if I'm off, I'm going to be there.
It'll be a fun time for Keegan signing with his team.
Are we going to say who it is?
I actually just know it's from Vermont, but that was strike two right there for Keegan.
It is Vermont.
It's in Vermont.
It's in Vermont. Okay. So Keegan tells me something different every time. I think he's just trying to throw me off.
Yeah. He wants to have the surprise tomorrow. And here he goes with a 1-2 pitch.
That's close.
That was a long windup for it to be just a tad bit low, I guess, and now it's 2-2.
Because here's the thing. If he doesn't sign to Vermont tomorrow, I'm going to have a word with him.
No, he signs with Vermont. It's just in Vermont.
We will remember the name later.
Right. All I know is it's the University of Vermont, right? No, it's not. Okay, so that's what he told me.
And
swing
that's swing and a miss for strike three. And Evan Stevenson tags him just to make sure.
So that brings up Hernandez. That is that's the second strikeout that I see for Keegan. And here's the thing. Again, I'm just happy that he's signing somewhere. That's the main thing. I'm still mad he's going to tell that he told me. I spent almost a half a game talking about he's going to Vermont, like the University of Vermont. And so Lakota officer or little officer, Jordan officer, where are you?
He's somewhere. But, yeah, no, Keegan Stevenson and Paxton Reese both signing within the last 3 weeks is something great to see for Lander baseball. They've sent 7 kids to college just since the last 3 years that they've been to state tournament after state tournament after state tournament. So they've had a lot of good scouts come out here and been able to watch them play some postseason ball as Stevenson throws ball one just a tad bit high.
And to put this into perspective, should Lander hold on here to win the state tournament, pitch is going to be a strike on the inside corner. That would be their second state title in 3 years.
And, you know, obviously we've not trying to beat a horse here, but it is the third straight state title that they've played in. And, yes, you're right. If they win, that's 2 out of 3 with the only loss coming to this team that they're playing now. So it's going to be fun to finish this game like that. I don't know if that was a real sneeze or not, but it was a loud enough sneeze.
2-1 is the count. I don't know what just happened there. Someone said Gesundheit over on left side. Again, don't know if anybody remembers state title is on the line here. 3-2 is the score, and we're in the top of the fourth. You wouldn't know it.
You really wouldn't.
Pitch on the way.
That's
in the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Keeks.
And his windup's getting a little bit more wild there at the end. He's almost falling backwards. Just needs to collect himself just a tad bit and get back to throwing strikes with that tight formation he has.
Coach Reese is right behind the left side of the batter's box. He's kneeling on one knee, looking right at Keegan. That is a swung on. Fly ball, left field. It's caught, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. And I saw you do that
out there.
I saw you knock on wood there.
That's wheeling, yeah, because every time that a ball goes out to left field, no matter who, whether it's Cheyenne or it was Casper earlier, or it's just a lot of sun in their eyes, and so far we've seen more drops out in left field than catches. So for Justin Whelan out there to bring that in, good on him. And I think here we're just talking with Coach Cobb as 13 Talon Smith, the catcher, is trying to, Evan Stevenson's hair.
Are they cutting it?
No, they're pouring water down his shirt because I'm sure his long, long hair.
Luscious locks, as he will call them.
Yeah, is kind of heating up the back since it's all tucked into his jersey. So now we have time coming back. We have 2 outs here. Lander up 3-2 in the top of the fourth. And again, it is catcher Talon Smith up to bat.
Smith will stand in. And Keegan will start it off here. Smith is 1 for 1. Reached on a single in the second inning. Pitch on the way is outside for ball 1. Pretty sure that's right.
No, it is.
No, I was talking about him being 1 for 1 with a single. Pretty sure that's how that was scored. On the way, the next pitch is in the dirt, and now 2-0.
Actually, Smith reached on a ground ball and an error by Rhett Stover. That was when he threw wide to the first baseman.
Okay.
That is how he reached on the last time, and now he faces a 2-0 count with 2 outs.
So it would still be a single, but then a throwing error to go to second.
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of fun knowledge that we are learning up here in the Crow's Nest.
That ball is going to be smoked off to the right side, 2-1. Should Smith reach, it'll be Polk coming up next, and then Worth is in the hole. Over to my right, peeking out the door here, is a good crowd over to our right.
There's a big crowd, yeah. That's the Cheyenne faithful over there.
That ball is going to be hit to Stover. He's going to take one hop, throw over to first, and he's safe.
And Rhett was trying his best to get to the ball on as fast as he could, but with the way that it was bouncing and the bobbled error that he had in the last game, I think he's taking things one step at a time, and that was just a tad bit slow.
That was a good throw and a good stretch by Higgy at first, and just not in time. It is.
Now Polk is up, and like we said earlier, we haven't gotten to see very much of him in this tournament, and he's going to get almost hit.
Yeah. Ball 1, Polk in the second inning struck out looking.
And he almost got struck on the first ball. Ball 1. And now Stevenson looks towards first before winding up.
That's a high ball, and they got him. They got him. They got him.
He's out. Yes,
He's out,
yes,
yeah.
he is. That is the third out of the inning.
Smith.
Nice throw by Evan Stevenson to get him out at second.
So we will go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-2.
Friends, the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be Connor Carey, Keegan Stevenson, and Rhett Stover, as I just drew the 50-50 winning hand for the 50-50, and I somehow ended up getting with Ty Massey.
Which is the umpire literally on third base right now.
No, he's just sitting in the stands.
Oh, he's sitting. Oh, I'm sorry. He was in the last game. Yeah, he was in the last game.
He's sunburnt.
Yes, he is.
Well, here we go. I didn't know I was going to get in that kind of situation, but here we go. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike 1 to Connor Carey.
But as a great jester, I did just learn that Massey just took his umpire pay and donated the 50-50. Is that what I heard?
No, so he just took his 20 that he had paid in for tickets.
Oh.
And then gave us the rest.
Okay, so he took the 20 he paid in for tickets and donated the rest. So congrats to Ty on winning, and honestly a great cause for the Lobos here at the end of their season. And always love a good 50-50.
That pitch is going to be swung on and hit to center field. That's going to be too high, and it'll be caught for out number 1.
And that was Martinez out there. Martinez had a great catch in that last game where he ran face first into the fence out there in center field. Didn't have to do it this time as it was a little bit shorter, but now we have Keegan Stevenson up to bat.
Stevenson in this game is 0 as he flew out to that same exact center fielder in the first inning, as Hunter Velarde and Sean O'Brate are dancing up here, and Monty needs to turn around and see that. That pitch is going to be swung, and now Martinez will catch that one. And so that's 2 outs quickly. Same person, same exact.
And now
quit. Someone just yelled, "Quit hitting to him."
And Rhett is now going to be up to bat with no one on base, as I'm sure he was hoping that at least one of the 2 in front of him would have gotten to first.
Yeah, and so Stover struck out in the second inning. He struck out swinging.
Rhett's had a very busy weekend, like we said. He's been participating in the state tournament, but his brother also got married yesterday.
Good job.
Or, I'm sorry, Friday.
That's going to be hit to him again.
Same exact play, same exact person.
Martinez is going to get all 3 outs.
1, 2, 3. I think that was, 4 pitches total?
That was literally 4 pitches total.
And we will be back with the top of the 5th. Lander still leads 3-2.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the 5th inning. 3 innings to decide a state champion here. And it is going to be Polk, who will come back in after he was not able to finish his last at-bat. He had literally 1 strike on him before the throw to second. Keegan's first pitch is in the dirt. And, partner, I'm noticing what you're saying. The windup is a little long.
You can tell just when Keegan's a little bit more focused in because his windup doesn't take as long of a leg kick, and he's not going as wild afterwards, and he can do these quick windups, and he seems to be throwing a lot more strikes when he does so. Maybe it's less motion or more focus, but either way, there's definitely a difference between the first 5 pitches of the inning for Keegan and anything after that.
It is a 2-0 count as we reach crunch time here on a Sunday afternoon. That's a strike.
And that was a nice painted corner for Keegan there to his brother Evan. Let's see if he can duplicate what he just did and make this a 2-2 count, or see if Polk could maybe get something from this here. He is 0 for 1 today.
Pitch on the way by Stevenson is in the dirt, and now 3-1. And this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th time Keegan has faced a 3-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't want to do this anymore.
I don't think he wanted to do it after the first time. That is high, ball 4.
High and a little outside. And Polk, after striking out the first time, is going to land on the base through walks. And 24.
That's Worth.
Worth, yes. We did not see him very much in the last game.
So to reset kind of where we're at here and get our minds back on to this kind of thing, this kind of baseball game, this is a 3-2 game in the state title in the 5th inning.
And you wouldn't know it if you were here in the middle when we have our commercial breaks. There is a dance competition between everyone, basically.
And the tying runs at first.
Yes. It's getting hotter and hotter out here, too, somehow.
Somehow, and I told you I opened the door. Pitch.
And that one's in the dirt as well. He's starting to find the dirt more than he's starting to find the strike zone.
Yeah. And so we're going to see how long Keegan goes. Don't know how many pitches he's at right now.
And this is also going to be Keegan's last game in a Lander Lobos jersey, like it is Paxton Reese and Rhett Stover's.
This is quickly a 2-0 count.
and Taylor Pierce's last game. So we have 5 Lobos. Oh.
That's going to be outside, and now Keegan maybe starting to get into his head like he did last game.
Yeah, and when he gets in his own head, you can see it just in the way he acts. I don't know if that's necessarily what's happening here, but 3 balls, and he's walked someone already this inning. He just needs to have that goldfish memory, as I like to say. And that is also, that's a nice strike down at the bottom corner there, inside.
So again, this is the 5th batter that's got a 3-1 count.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't add, this is also
that's going to be ball 4.
It will also be Connor Carey's last game. So we have Paxton, Keegan, Rhett, Connor, and Taylor Pierce all in their final game wearing these green and white jerseys before college and or the rest of their lives. So this is a big deal. It's not just state. This is a lot of these players' final time playing together.
And so that will bring up Dimrow.
Dangerous Dimrow.
Yeah, he singled and came around to score in the 3rd inning. He's one of the 2 runs for Cheyenne. That is going to be a nice pitch on the outside or inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, that was well placed there, inside high corner there. And Dangerous Dimrow, I don't know if that's going to catch on, but after his home run, he is not someone that you want to pitch an easy ball to.
That is high and outside.
Come down, bud.
And now 1-1.
And the pitch count for Keegan's got to be getting a little bit up there, but he is having a pretty good game up until these 2 walks here, and it's nothing to be ashamed of walking someone, but he needs to find the strike zone a little bit more here if he wants to get out of this inning without letting a run go through.
That is going to be swung on.
That's a check swing, and that's a strike.
Yep, 1-2. And so Dimrow now with a 1-2 count. Keegan would love to strike out or get Dimrow out and deal with runners on 1st and 2nd and possibly go for that double play ball.
I think he'd rather pitch to Martinez than to Dimrow, if we're being completely honest.
That's going to be a swing, and no swing on that one, so now 2-2.
Yeah, and umpire Mowry over there has a pretty good look. So that first one was definitely past the line, but that one was good. So 2-2 count coming in.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top 5 on the way. It's going to be in the dirt.
No, it's going
to get past Evan. And so now runners will be at 2nd and at 3rd. So the go-ahead run is now at 2nd. Dimrow looking at a full count.
Yeah, Dimrow's looking at a full count, and Polk is 90 feet away from tying this game up, and there's still no outs on the board right now. And Mowry is talking to someone. Oh, there's a ball that was left back behind home plate.
Oh, good job by Mowry to catch that.
And for those that don't know, umpire Mowry out here is an excellent coach of the Dirtbags. That is their team name. They will be playing a home tournament next week, or not next weekend, but the 9th and 10th right here in Lander, right across the parking lot. We will be there as well. I don't know if we'll be calling it, but I will be there.
We are calling it.
Oh, that'll be fun. You guys will love the Dirtbags. They're a bunch of fun. Their yellow jerseys are very vibrant and fun to look at.
Swung on and fouled off, 3-2 again.
And some of the Lobos will be umping that game. So a good experience there. Get some ump knowledge, maybe even a little bit of fun for the youth that are going to be Lobos in the future, too, for them to learn from these Lobos that are playing now.
3-2 the count. As Keegan Stevenson looks over at 3rd. Pitch on the way, outside, ball 4, bases loaded.
Bases loaded with no outs, and I have a feeling that they are going to talk to Keegan really fast just to kind of make sure. Oh, he's going to be his arm is apparently pretty tired, so we might be having a pitching change
and
here
shortly.
We are.
And so let's take a commercial break when we find out who it is. We'll be right back.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the 5th inning. It is 3-2 Lander, and high drama here as the bases are loaded, and Taylor Pierce will stand in to start us off, or start the his day of work, I should say, on the mound. And he is going to face the top of the order in Martinez. Dimrose at first, Worth is at second, Polk is at third.
And yeah, Pierce here is also, and look at the infield here. They are all leaning in. I think they're expecting maybe a bunt, or they're just trying to make sure that nothing goes over their heads.
First pitch is going to be ball 1. Next pitch by Pierce is going to be swung on and hit to Stover. It's going to be a fair ball, and he slides, and it's going to score a run. So the tying run crosses the plate. It's 3-3 now as Martinez goes to first, and it'll bring up Andren.
And I don't know if necessarily that was foul before he touched it, but as soon as he did touch it, it became fair. And when he dropped it, he had no shot of getting anyone out at third, second, or first. So now it is still 0 outs.
Yeah, nobody out Pitch on the way is swung on. That's going to be popped up to Red. He's going to call everybody off. He'll catch that one for out number 1. Nobody moves.
Yes. Smart move there, and now we have Tristan Vaught coming up.
Vaught is 0 for 2 today. He was a part of
probably
that.
Pretty tired from pitching 100 pitches the last game.
Right. He was a part of that double play in the first inning.
And speaking of pitches, Keegan Stevenson maxed out at 90 by the end of the day. That includes pitches from the first game. And that is a nice strike. Right down the middle. That's what you want. And I misspoke earlier. These are not all of the Lander Lobos' final games. These are their final home game, as they have already punched their ticket to Nationals. And that will be a fun time for this team. And I don't know exactly who they will be playing out there, but they're going to bring the fun with them if it's anything like today.
That's in Oregon, if I remember correctly.
Miss Reese, Nationals in Oregon? Yeah, Klamath Falls. In Klamath Falls. Cool. In Oregon. That is one place I have only been once. And
I have never been to Klamath Falls.
I've never been there. I've been in Oregon once. And look at that. He's got it right in the gap. Maybe he got it out. He's going to throw him out at second.
And it's a double play.
And look at that. How they got out of that inning with only 1 run scored is magnificent. So we will enter the bottom of the 5th tied 3-3.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone, and we want to send a special shout-out to thank you to Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming. They are the reason that we have been able to bring you all of these games, all 15 games.
Thank you.
This week, and there's some Aquafina. Oh, sweet, we upgraded. Yeah. Aquafina's in the house.
Every day, yeah.
Every game, yeah.
Water here as number 11 Lakota Officer is going to step into the batter's box here and swing at the very first pitch, and he fell. He fell as soon as he got the ball.
You're right, Coda.
He hit it right to the second baseman, and that's going to be out number 1. We are in a tie ball game here as we go back to the top of the order for Pierce. Pierce is going to stand in as we have 1 out, as that was a routine 4-3 play to Lakota Officer, and now the first pitch to Pierce is on the way, and it's a strike by Andren.
And Andren is having a pretty good time finding the strike zone. A lot of first pitches here, setting the precedent for the batters.
Next pitch is going to be swung on and foul. It goes off the end of Lakota, or off of Pierce, I'm sorry.
Yeah, looked like it went off his leg, but didn't hurt his bat. So 2 strikes right off the bat, and if you think about it, really 3 pitches into this inning for the Lobos. And it's looking a little dangerous here with an 0-2 count, 1 out after swinging on the first, did Lakota Officer.
Pierce, next pitch is swung on, and it's going to get through the gap.
Nice.
And it's going to be a stand-up single.
That was a nice get through, and I think the second baseman had the length. I think he just misjudged how far it was going to bounce.
So it's going to be Justin Whelan who stands in. Whelan was the hero in the last game, and now he is in a pretty big spot here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Whelan in this game is 0 for 1. Or 1 for, no, it's still 0 for 1 because he walked.
He did walk, that's right.
First pitch is a ball to Whelan.
No matter how this game goes for Whelan, he will be remembered as the savior of the day with that walk-off earlier. And tipped that one foul. 1-2 count now heading his way. Or no, 1-1 count, I'm sorry.
I was letting you
I know,
readjust.
I was looking at the scoreboard early again.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It is the bottom of the 5th inning, 3-3 for the state title. On the way. That's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
That was well painted by the pitcher and catcher there. That was looked a little outside from up here, but that outside bottom corner has been pretty sweet for these pitchers all day.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Strike number 3. That ball's going to get by.
He's going to
stand
anyway.
up, and he's going to try to score.
And then he's going to drop it in center
field.
field.
And he's going to turn it. And here's a play at third, at home, not in time.
And Taylor Pierce just ran from first to second to third to home based off of 2 errors, basically. One by the second baseman, not able to reel in the catch by the catcher there, the throw by the catcher, and then center fielder actually dropped it out there. And Shannon Stevenson, the Lobos third base coach, just said, keep going. Just go.
That was an aggressive play call, and they're going to dust off the plate again, which, by the way, I just want to make sure everybody is aware, Whelan struck out at the plate.
Yes, that was a strikeout on Whelan.
And so it's a strikeout for the second out, and then it's going to score, and then that error, and I'm calling it 2 stolen bases because that's pretty much what it was.
Yes, it was.
Is Pierce is going to score and break the tie, so Lander takes the lead again, 4-3 as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning and 2 outs.
And that was Andren's 3rd strikeout, I believe. And now Evan Stevenson, the catcher, is up.
Stevenson is going to hit that first one
Popped
up.
Way up, and it'll be Vaught.
It's going to get caught by Vaught for out number 3. Vaught almost could not find that in the sun, but he will grab a hold of it, and we will go to the top of the 6th inning. We are in crunch time now for the state title. Lander regains the lead 4-3.
Collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Lander leads 4-3 in the state championship game. As we are now really into crunch time, Sean, it's the top of the 6th. The final 6 outs for Cheyenne to score 1 run.
Yeah, and that 1 run is going to come from one of these big hitters here, and it's probably going to be with what looks like Pacheco, is up to bat. He has some strength, and if they can get down to Dimrow in the 9th spot, that's 6 batters away, and that is going to be the scary batter if anyone is on base. So this will be an interesting final 2 innings, and it's still going to be Taylor Pierce pitching. He's doing pretty good so far.
Evan Stevenson's not behind the plate. That's Paxton Reese behind the plate. I know him. I know that hair.
That is Paxton Reese.
That's Paxton Reese behind the plate.
So who would be in center field then, Miss Reese? Do you see that? Oh, Ty Martin is out in center field, and Evan is.
Okay, so hang on. So Paxton is now going to be catching, and then Evan is going to be in right.
Oh, I see him over there. Yeah.
And then Lakota Officer is going to be back in left. So who's the extra hitter?
I think it's still be Whelan. Yeah, Whelan still.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So now that we have everyone caught up here.
We think,
yeah.
And
we're having a little meeting with the umpires down here while Pierce finishes his warm-ups, and now we will get going with it.
It's going to be, as my partner said, Pacheco to come in, and we should be good to go here as we enter the top of the 6th inning. Again, final 6 outs for Cheyenne here.
And Pierce only 5 pitches in. He's still pretty fresh, so we can see what he works with here. Pacheco, though, 0 for 2, and he's looking to get something started, and he needs it for his team right now.
High drama, the wind blowing, kind of swirling, but it looks like it's blowing from behind us towards center field. So anything carrying could be dangerous. First pitch, swung on. It'll be 2.
And he's just going to run it.
He's
not
going to
even
run
try
it.
and pass it. That's Higgy,
is going to grab a hold of that, and that's going to be out number 1. He almost slid in the dirt. If he would have slid, that would have been a problem. But a ground out to the first baseman, and now that'll bring up Hernandez.
Yeah, and Keegan Stevenson was prepared for if he did slide, he was prepared for the catch. But Higgy was like, I'm just going to do this myself.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it could have been either or. Higgy had the option. It was almost like a pitch option, as the second baseman was there as well at first. And trying to see who that is. Is that Connor? No, that's Connor at short. That's Keegan Stevenson at second.
Yes, it is. And that's going to be a pop out, and that's in there.
And Paxton is going to dive and eat some grass.
He was about 2 or 3 feet away, but still loved the effort to try and dive into it. He tripped, as they say. Yeah.
That's what he's going to – that's what we're going to go with. As now that is an 0-1 count to Hernandez. So now let's see here. I swear, if you have bees come out of this for hitting that, I will leave you.
You should ask my wife about the hornet problem we had that I made worse at my apartment complex.
Yeah, if there are going to be a ton of hornets. Little officers here.
But you see what I'm saying? They're bringing seeds up right above our head as Hernandez will swing at the second pitch.
It's going to go into the gap and go and get dropped. And they're going to turn for 2. And almost.
He was off the bag.
He was off the bag.
And he's out.
Wow.
And the umpire's telling him that even though he was safe there for a second, his decision to jump off the bag is what caused that to be out. And even though Ty Martin out in center field could not get the ball in time with the catch, he made a great throw to get it to second in time for that. So
now
what
it's
a
going to
sequence
be,
of events.
yeah, that's craziness right there. That was a absolute rocket of a throw, though, to get to second. And like you said, he was safe.
He was all but safe. He just took his foot off the bag, not to even run to third, just a little hobble and a hip step, and next thing you know, you're out. And that's what happens in these state tournament games that can change the play, that can change the face of the game.
First base coach talking to, who is that over at first?
Mowry.
And Mowry had enough of that quickly.
Yeah, Mowry doesn't take anything like that from coaches or parents.
That's going to be a strike to Smith. So now Pierce is he's finding the strike zone pretty well.
I also wouldn't want to mess with Mowry because when he's not in an umpire uniform, he's in a police uniform. So
that is a true statement, yeah.
Don't want to bother with him.
Yeah. He is a force to be reckoned with. And there's a swing, and it will be caught for out number 3. And so we will go
quickly
to the bottom of the 6th inning as Lander will come up to bat. They only lead by 1. State title on the line. Lander 4, Cheyenne 3.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-3 Lander. And again, to kind of put this into perspective for you guys, last year at this exact same tournament, Cheyenne won by a final of 14-10 to win the state title. And then in game 4 of the tournament this year, it was Cheyenne and Lander won by a final of 11-1. So you've got a 1-1 score here, if you're keeping score. And now it is a 4-3 game as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. We're at crunch time, partner.
Yeah, and this is all these games, even the 11-1 game, have felt extremely tense and close, even if they weren't. And these two teams, like I said, they know each other, and this doesn't surprise me that it's only a one-run game. They like to mess with each other, whether it's for fun and games or whether it's on the mound. But right now, a one-run game really does dictate the state tournament, and I don't see it any other way with these two teams.
Yeah, we've already seen one walk-off, and we saw one walk-off that was stopped in the second game, and so now we sit at a 4-3 game, Lander and Cheyenne for the state title, and it is going to be Ty Martin up to bat here. It'll be Martin, Reese, and Higgy as we go to the 6th.
And as you mentioned it, Cheyenne's last game where they stopped that walk-off, all the props and applause for Rock Springs as they came back and they made it a very close game.
First pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off by Martin for strike 1.
Spartans had a great game last game and just one run short, and it came down to the final play. So as we are in this game now with Ty Martin looking at an 0-1 count.
Next pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off again, 0-2.
He likes to foul here.
And again, partner, this game has a different feel than the games we had earlier today. It seems a lot more fun. It seems a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, and that's kind of a fun way to look at these games as he watches that ball go way high for ball 1. That's kind of a good feel, maybe a change of pace for some people that aren't used to a big game like this not being all business and no pleasure, but this is a fun game to watch.
Yeah, this has been a good one, and that's strike 3, and that is going to be out number 1, and it will bring up Paxton Reese, and Paxton, borrowing absolute craziness, will be his final at bat on this field for the Lobos.
Yeah, He and his brother both have done a lot of this cleanup work. He just kicked it all over the catcher. I know.
He did.
Like we said, these teams know each other. They like to have fun, and even the umpires are just letting them have fun, to be completely honest. And there could be some things maybe in other games or other state tournaments with other umps that might not be as.
That ball's going to get shot.
Look at that.
And it's going to.
He's going to dive for it.
Get down, and it's fair. And Paxton is going to just stick with first base.
Boy, fair by an inch. I mean, an inch off that foul line in outfield. I thought that the left fielder was going to dive for it.
And so that'll bring up Higgy with a runner on first. And Paxton is 3 for 3 today.
He's having a day.
He is yet to cross home plate, though.
In his mind, that might not be as big of a deal, but he is having himself a day, both on the mound and batting, and he is doing a little dancing over there.
Well, Paxton's doing Paxton things over at first.
He's a fun person to be around.
And he's going to go steal. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1 to Higgy, and so now Paxton is at second.
Yeah, defensive indifference there. And Higgy, I love his walk-up song. You can always tell when it's him.
That'd actually be a stolen base, no runner at third.
Oh, that's correct, yeah.
See, I learned stuff.
You do learn stuff. When you're sitting by Miss Reese, you're learning.
She's literally taught me how to keep book this entire season. Like, I've had to ask her a lot of questions, so.
She's taught me how to be a better person.
Well, okay,
it's her birthday. You got to be a little bit sweet to her.
A little
and
bit.
Look at that. Higgy's got all of that.
It's going to be in the gap, and it's going to score Paxton possibly. Higgy's going to go in, and that's going to score
and Higgy
Paxton.
Might go to third.
Higgy's going to go for a triple. Higgy's never had a triple, and he's got one.
Wow, look at that. Congrats to Higgy on that one.
Higgy has never had a triple, and that's his first one. I'm calling it a triple.
That was an excellent sequence of events there as Paxton, I don't know if Shannon really told him to run to third or not.
I think he ignored him.
Yeah, I think he did ignore him because Shannon was not trying to have him run to home from the looks of it. Paxton says no.
It's Paxton being Paxton.
Yes. And now we have.
So officially, because I have to.
Connor Carey's up now.
Connor Carey is up. Higgy will be gifted a single and then 2 stolen bases. Is that how that would work?
1 stolen base.
Okay, and then an error on the throw.
And then an error.
Okay. So Higgy's going to get mad at me because I literally was giving him all the props on that one.
Higgy will get it. He knows.
Pitch on the way. Is swung on. It's going to be popped up.
And that's in the audience, maybe.
And
nope. He's caught it. What a catch.
He got it.
Oh, that was right outside of camera. I apologize to those of you that saw him run into the score, but he made an excellent sliding catch down here behind home plate for the second out of the inning.
That's the second time that someone has flown out to the catcher.
Yeah, and Keegan Stevenson now up. And as we said about Paxton, this might very well be Keegan's last time in the batter's box in Lander City Park wearing a Lobos jersey.
Keegan needs to do one thing as the first pitch is going to be called strike on the outside corner, and that is not hit it to center field.
Yeah.
The last 2 at-bats, he's flown out to center.
Yeah, Martinez and him have each other's numbers now. And Andren is still doing a pretty fine job on the mound.
Pitch on the way by Andren is swung on, and that's going to go off of somebody.
That went off the catcher's leg, it looked like. It hit his shin plate, though, so.
That's good. Safety first,
yes.
Always. And Keegan now is going to look over at Coach Reese. Coach Reese very animated over there at left.
Coach Reese likes to have fun when he's in the lead. And there's
a life flight helicopter.
Hopefully
we remember that.
Okay.
We remember what happened 3 days ago. That's strike 3 on the outside corner.
And that is third out as well. So now we will be heading into the final inning, barring something crazy, with a score of 5-3 in favor of Lander. We will be right back.
Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Pitch on the, welcome back, everybody. We're in the top of the 7th inning. It is the final 3 outs for Cheyenne. If they cannot, give me a minute, y'all. If they cannot get to a 5-5 tie.
Yeah, I'm with Reese here. It's gonna be Isaiah Polk, Ray Worth, and the dangerous Dimro to finish off this inning unless one of them reaches a base. And Dimro is the one you really want to be worried about if any of these 2 players ahead of him can get on base.
Well, Polk is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the 2nd.
And he did walk.
And he walked in the 5th.
And Taylor Pierce still here. I think the helicopter's going right over us now. But Taylor Pierce is still pitching. He is
taking a long
10 pitches under his belt.
He's got a long trip around that pitcher's mound, and now he'll step in. So here we go. Final 3 outs possibly in this state tournament if Cheyenne cannot make it a 5-5 game. First pitch is swung on and fouled off. Strike 1.
Right back here. And Paxton Reese still at catching position. So we have Ty Martin out in the center field. Evan Stevenson out in right field. And I think the entire season, every game I've called, Evan Stevenson has been behind home plate. So this is new for me to not see that long, luscious hair behind home.
Yeah, that's Paxton back there now. And next pitch to him is going to be swung on. And Rhett Stover is going to go over into foul territory and catch it.
And that is out number 1 for the Lander team that is looking for just 2 more before they are crowned state champions once again.
That'd be the 2nd time in 3 years.
And they've been yearning for that title ever since this team took it away from them last year. It would be great to see it on their home field, right in front of their home fans who are all getting so antsy right here.
Yeah, everyone getting pretty antsy, as Sean said. Miss Kelly is also getting antsy all of a sudden. And it is 1 out. Pitch on the way is a strike on the outside corner for Worth, strike 1.
Oh, and if Lander wins right here, we might have to mute ourselves because I think Kelly's going to be screaming some things.
Oh, I think everyone's going to lose their minds if this happens.
She'll be good, she says.
I don't trust that. It's her birthday.
Yeah, she can do what she wants.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Next pitch.
And that's going to be high and outside.
And
sorry,
yep,
I'm
you're
stepping
good.
on you.
You're good.
I'm getting excited. I'm not even remembering which spot I'm in here right now. So
you're to my left.
A 1-1 count with 1 out.
Yeah, this has been a really fun tournament.
And a fun day.
Yeah.
Went a little longer than we expected, but that is okay with us.
No, we're still within the time I expected.
Lander is hosting a concert out at the Middle Fork that my wife and I are excited to go to after this as well.
That's going to be just outside 2-1.
Half step, Tay, half step.
Pierce feels it. He knows it.
And everyone here on the Lander team, I feel like, knows it.
Rhett Stover having a conversation over at left. Nico and him are about to get into it. We're about to see a wrestling match out on the left field side. That's just outside again, 3-1.
In the words of Rhett's father, he has kind of an attitude.
Yeah, kind of.
Come on, Taylor. You got this, T-Money. Let's go, bud.
Taylor will take a step off.
T-Money, as Miss Reese is calling him.
And he's known as by that
Everywhere.
by a lot of people. Yeah. So here we go, 3-1. It is a 5-3 lead for Lander. 2 outs away. Taylor will set. Kick and deliver. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So now a full count for this Lander squad.
And Worth knows if he can just get on base that Dimro in the tying run would be at bat behind him. And this Cheyenne team has a lot of faith in Dimro. So
yeah, this is a huge batter right here with a 3-2 count. You do not want to walk Worth. Pierce sets, kicks, fires. That swung on and fouled. You could hear that one ring through the City Park.
Now that there's not a large concert happening over there, but yeah.
So here we go again, 3-2. Pierce is going to stand on the pitcher's mound. He actually went off to the side for a minute. Now gets up on the pitcher's mound, and we'll look in.
He's heavy thinking over there.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And pitch on the way is swung on. Fly ball left side.
And that's going into the parking lot.
And it's going to go into the parking lot, foul.
And I'm watching it bounce, and it bounced into not my car. So we are okay over there. Feel free to do it again if you have to.
Paxton, I think, was going to try to go for that, which is really funny. And now it is a 3-ball, 2-strike count again with 1 out. Still, again, high drama here in Lander for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, none of these games can be blowouts. They all have to come down to the wire, which is completely fine with me.
And again, these are the 4 best teams, and now the 2 best, as that's going to walk Worth.
And that is dangerous, as now the tying run is coming to the batter's box in the form of Dimro.
Dimro today in this game is 2 for 2.
And don't forget the home run earlier.
Yeah, he had the long ball in the game before in the 6th inning, and he ended up getting a single in the 7th. A single here or a home run here could tie the game. His first pitch is going to be a call to strike.
And that was high and inside for that strike. It was about the closest to the top left corner as you can get from our view.
Dimro got gum in his mouth, I could see. I hope he's chewing on the gum and not his tongue.
I bit my cheek earlier, so I hope he's not doing that either. It hurts.
0-1 the count. Next pitch is in the dirt, and it hit Paxton right in the jaw.
That went underneath his mask. It looks like, and he threw it over the pitcher, and they're going to run to second. And Worth is going to run to second, and he's going to get there rather easily. And now
things get interesting.
Yes, this is getting a tidbit more hairy. And it didn't seem like there was a lot of urgency to get to the runner at second.
Paxton, I'm kind of concerned because he's still playing with his helmet.
Making sure he gets his chin strap in under there, because that probably hit him right in the bottom of the jaw.
0-1 is the count, correct? 1-0 to Dimro. 1-1 to Dimro.
And Worth has got a long leadoff on second.
That's
now that goes in the
Paxton.
dirt.
And so now with 1 out, the runner is at third. And Grandma Reese is not happy.
We can hear Grandma Reese here, yeah.
2 outs away. It is 5-3.
And that's going to be a 2-1 count now to Dimro.
2 balls, 1 strike. Paxton is still, he's trying to walk off what hit him.
I think he's just kind of made his own little divot down here behind home plate that he's trying to kind of pat down too. So now we get back to the action.
2-1.
It should be 2-1 on the scoreboard.
2-1. 5-3 is the score. That pitch is fouled off. And so now a 2-2 count for Demro. If you can get Demro out, you go to Martinez at the top of the order.
But then you have Andren, and he is also a heavy hitter that had a home run earlier today, and he's
due.
He is due for one, yes. So Andren has also been pitching all day and knows what happens if he can at least get on base, if he can at least get to the batter's box first.
So this is a big pitch here with a 2-2 count to Demro, the number 9 hitter in the order. That's going to be strike 3 outside corner.
Wow. That was well painted there by Paxton and Taylor Pierce there.
And so here we go.
Possible final out of the game coming in the form of...
That is Martinez.
That is Martinez.
Martinez is 0-2, or 1 for 3. He singled in the 5th inning. He went for 2 groundouts in the 1st and the 3rd. And so there's a runner at 3rd still. That is Worth. The tying run is at the plate.
Martinez got kind of a strange stance. He's on his tippy toes on the back foot.
He's making sure his foot doesn't go out of the box. That's a strike.
And I thought he might have taken a step or two closer maybe, but he was near the back of the box.
Because the rule is if the foot goes out of the batter's box, it's an out. It's a whole foot. So he's making sure not even half of it goes.
And he wants to...
He's going to stand right back where he was again.
The strike zone is going to be right where the meat of the bat is, and I know he wants to connect with that part and not anything else.
That's strike two. So let's see what happens here now. 0-2. Everyone now feeling antsy. Everyone feeling it. Carl Cody's in position. Everyone is feeling it with an 0-2 count.
Oh, Dave Reese might puke over there, yeah.
Dave Reese is 1 strikeout away. Or 1 strike away, I should say. Here we go. Pitch on the way. Just high. Wow. Everyone in the building wanted that.
Everyone's kind of looking around saying, is that high or not? And it was a little high.
So 1-2 now.
And Martinez.
Pierce is going to take a couple of steps off the bag. He's going to calm himself because this is the biggest pitch of his career right here.
And much like Whelan in the first game of Lander had the weight on his shoulders, Martinez now, with the wiggly fingers around the bat, he has the weight of the world on his.
Pitch on the way is high, now 2-2.
You're good, babe. Come down the hill.
The anxiety is back now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I feel like we're in deja vu land right here.
This has been constant all day. Just right at the end of the game, you have to be the closest to winning as possible. There's no such thing as a blowout on this final day.
Here we go, 2-2.
Or an easy win, I should say, not even blowout.
Pierce sets. Deep breath, kick, fire. Swing and a miss, strike 3! The Lobos win! Lobos win! Lobos are state champions! The celebration is partying out on the field. And what a game on the strikeout to Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lobos are your 2022 state champions. We'll take a commercial break.
Great game, everyone. Cheyenne, Lander.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Final score 5-3 as the Lander Lobos win their second of 3 years, the state champions. And Sean, they earned it.
They did earn it, not only with their win earlier, but with the grit and determination to keep this high-scoring Cheyenne team down to only 3 points and keeping them there, that is a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work for this team to do.
And so what we're going to do right now is we are going to be quiet, and we are going to
watch the trophy presentation.
We're going to watch the trophy presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, again, this Lander team, my first year calling the Lander squad, they are an absolute fantastic group, and it's been an absolute fantastic season to call. And I cannot even put into words how honored I am to feel to have called this tournament, to have called the season, and the Lander Lobos are the state champions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment, and we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, it'll be the trophy presentations. We'll be right back.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport.
Congrats to both teams on a great tournament. The second place, Cheyenne Coyotes, Isaiah Martinez, Guy Andren, Kristen Boat, Dorian Pacheco, Dorian Pacheco, Nathaniel Hernandez, Talon Smith, Isaiah Polk, Raymond Worth, Cole Demereau, Bryson Cobb, and Jesus Manzanares. Congrats, boys. We are so proud of you. Oh, coaches. Don't think you're getting away so easy. Coach Cobb. And Coach Polk. Sorry, it's been a long day. I just want to take a minute and thank Cheyenne again. You guys know your family to us. Round of applause to Cheyenne, guys. I cannot tell you what a class act team that is. All right, so I just was informed that there's going to be a state champion parade for the Lander Lobos starting at 8 o'clock tonight. Meet in McDonald's. There's a fire truck. All right. All right, now, for your 2022 Wyoming Senior Babe Ruth State Champion team, number 9, Taylor Pierce. Number 26, Justin Whelan. Number 55, Evan Stevenson. Number 39, Ty Martin. Number 6, Paxton Reese. Number 10, Connor Higgy Higginbotham. Number 1, Connor Carey. Number 15, Keegan Stevenson. Number 7, Rhett Stover, or as Cobb likes to say, Rhett the Squeeze Stover. Number 11, Lakota Officer. Number 13, Luca Kramer. Number 23, Kafis Olson. And before I give a shout out to the coaches, I just want to give a shout out to our seniors. Those boys that have just played their last game on this field. Connor Carey, Paxton Reese, Rhett Stover, Taylor Pierce, and Keegan Stevenson. You boys will be missed. And now for our coaches. Now for the coaches of the Lander Lobos. Coach Ryan Carey. Coach Shannon Stevenson. And manager.
I almost made it!
And manager, David Reese. Kiddos, words cannot say. All right, everybody, 8 o'clock McDonald's. We're having a parade.
Injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about this.
Welcome back, everyone. We are celebrating the 2022 state champions, the Lander Lobos, as they are doing their pictures down there on the field. We are going to have Paxton Reese, and we are also going to have Coach David Reese come up. And anybody else you want up here, buddy?
Oh, no, it's all you.
Okay, so those two are going to come up, and it is an absolute, again, honor and pleasure to have called this team. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take an extended break. When we come back, Coach Reese and Paxton.
Call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Final score 5-3, Lander over Cheyenne, and I am with Paxton Reese. And Paxton, I'm out of shape. I can't run. Man alive. Paxton, we first met the first game that I did first game that I did for the Lobos, and me and you've been kind of friends ever since. And now I'm going to be the one to cry. But man alive, this tournament, close to not making it, and now you're state champs. How do you feel?
You know, I'm just proud of what we were able to overcome and the heart that we were able to put out there to make that comeback and make it this far. And I'm just glad that we put it all out there, and, you know, in the end we came out as champions. So
this Cheyenne team, a really high-octane offensive team, you held them to 3 points, and that's because of some really good play in this game from your field. In game one, you guys looked a little flat, looked a little tense. This felt a whole different way. What was your message in between games?
Truthfully, I said, you know, basically that we just needed to step it up. You know, this ain't going to get handed to us, and if we want to win it, then we have to come and play to win it.
And real quick, last question for you. There is a family feel about this team. I've said it in multiple games. There's an intangible, there's an energy that this team has, and it all stems from your dad and your mom. Tell me about them and how they affect this team.
You know, truthfully, I think my dad takes every kid that he's his own, and he's going to coach him that way, he's going to discipline him that way, and he's going to work him that way. And my mom, she's just, you know, she takes over everything. She makes sure everybody that is here is healthy and, you know, not hurting anywhere. If they have cramps, she's got pickle juice, mustard, always. She's just kind of the team mom that's got the med kit and is always scoring our games and making sure that we have all of our stuff.
Well, Paxton, it's been an absolute pleasure, and it's been an absolute honor to call this team, and we'll see you when you get to Heston. How about that?
That sounds perfect.
All right, that's Paxton Reese, and so we're going to hand the headset over to Coach David Reese after I gave him about 20 seconds to cry. And get you – I have to put you on camera. Call me stupid.
That's okay.
And so, Coach, man, when we first met, this was a team that I kept telling everyone had an intangible about them, as I just talked to Paxton about. It has an energy. It has an aura about it.
For
and
sure.
When they have that aura about them, they win. And then when they don't, they have that game like they had this morning.
Yes.
So tell me about the resiliency of this team, because we just saw it.
This team, this toughness and heart with these young men is, I mean, off the charts. And like you said, Travis, you saw it this morning. We were playing really tight. We were making mistakes. And I don't know if they were feeling the pressure of having to win that game to move to this one. But once they loosened up and they just started playing Lobo baseball.
And one of the pieces that I really want to talk about is one of the ones we don't mention a lot, and that's Rhett Stover in that first game.
Oh, man.
Stover had 2 really big hits, and we talked off air about his slump that he was in, and he got out of it, and he got out of it in an important time.
Yes, sir. He stepped up at a key moment in the game. Had those 2, I think they were singles, if I remember right. And, I mean, I think that right there brought a lot of energy, seeing Rhett get out of that slump. And once you start the energy on this team, we're hard to stop.
Looking throughout this tournament, and I can't believe that I've actually called 15 games this week, but the games that you guys played, this was one where the tournament overall, the pitching was the key.
Yes.
You had Taylor Pierce, you had Evan Stevenson, Keegan Stevenson, Paxton. All of these guys got you plays when you needed it the most at the pitcher's mound. How did your pitching get you through this tournament?
We practice. We try to pitch as many kids as we can during the season, just in practice, just to see what they have. And we had a whole stable today. Paxton threw, 105 today. Keegan threw, I think, 90-something. And Taylor Pierce, this kid, he's a beast. He came to me personally the other day. He said, Coach, I have never won a state championship. So I put the ball in his hand for that reason. And he pitched outstanding.
Yes, he did. And the other thing that I want to ask you, Coach, is behind the pitching was an outstanding defense.
Yes.
These, especially in this game, we saw a lot of plays that were double play balls that were not traditional double play balls.
Yes.
And it just felt like that energy was there. Your defense throughout the season has really played a big factor of you getting here. So let's talk about some other key players. Whelan is one of them. He had that big hit in the first game. Ty Martin, he came out in right field. I mean, Higgy at first, he's so flexible at first, and some of those close plays he's able to get. You've just got to feel proud about all these young men.
Oh yeah, I love every one of these kids like they're my own. And Justin Whelan, clutch hit. He's been a good hitter all year. Ty Martin, he's just a beast. He can hit, he can throw, he can pitch. Who was the third one he was talking about?
It was Higgy.
Higgy, yeah, he's a special one. He likes to, I think he's the joker of the team quite a bit. And yeah, he plays his heart out. And every one of them do. You can just see it when they get down a little bit. And I've always tried to coach that if you get down, you can't stay down. You got to talk your players or your teammates up. And that must have happened against Casper. So
let me a couple more questions for you, Coach. And this is my first time getting to interview you as a state champion, so get used to it. Some of the one of the other things that we've talked about is the hitting of this team.
Yes.
When they put bat on ball, things happen.
Oh yeah.
And that happened in the Cheyenne game, the first game of the tournament. And then obviously Whelan was able to pull out that clutch walk-off. And then here today, you had guys that were hitting 2 for 3, 3 for 4. You've got to feel proud about the bats on ball.
Oh, absolutely. The guys showed up when they needed to. They put the bat on the ball, and I always preach, keep your head down, fine barrel, and if you hit the ball, good things are going to happen.
And so now I'm going to ask 2 more questions, literally 2 more questions.
Okay.
So Cheyenne is a team that you have seen 3 times. Last year's state tournament, this year's state tournament twice. That was the rubber match. You now take the 2-1 in that series.
Yes.
Talk to me about Cheyenne, because it felt like I was even saying it up here. I didn't know if I was at a baseball game or at a dance party.
Cheyenne, we have a lot of respect for them. They are a good program. They're good kids. We get along with the coaches. And, I mean, they're pretty young this year. They lost a lot of older kids, but you can't overlook them. And that's exactly what I told these young men is don't overlook this team because they can come out of nowhere real fast.
And last question for you, Coach, and this is the hardest one, so I'm saved it for the best for last.
Okay.
Paxton Reese and your wife.
Yes.
Those two help keep this team going. Paxton is usually the one that gets everyone going.
Yes.
And your wife up here is the one that keeps the whole team going, as they were saying that Paxton was saying that it's like the medicine mom.
Yeah.
And so talk to me about Paxton and your wife, because they, especially your wife, she is a huge part of this success. And trust me, when I was up here during that Casper game, I thought she was going to have a panic attack. So she is much as part of this team as anyone else.
Oh, yeah, she's the heart and soul of this team. And I want to wish her a happy birthday on air. But without her, none of this happens. None of it. And she has been by my side for 22 years. She's watched me do this since my oldest son was about 5, and she doesn't complain. She just, now she's looking at me, but no, she doesn't complain. She's what makes this thing go around.
And Paxton's going to Heston College.
Yes.
And man, it's got to feel good. Every time he comes up to bat, you shake hands.
Yes.
And I've always wondered what that was about. So I'm going to let you answer that question, and then tell me about Paxton going to Heston College, and then I'll let you go.
So that's kind of just a quirk that we started. I always tell him that it's my hand giving him talent. and it's just a joke between
Yeah.
us because I played baseball till, I don't know, I can't even remember. It was 100 years ago, but anyhow, yeah, we shake hands, and it's just that mutual respect between father and son. And I tell him every time, just go out, find barrel, hit the ball, and he's a key.
Told you hardest question for last.
He's one of the key parts of this team, and I have 3 other captains that are very good.
Yeah, these seniors are going to be playing no more on this field, but they are not done as you go to Oregon for nationals, if I understand correctly. And so
Pacific Northwest.
It's the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
And so we are not done covering you guys. Don't think we're going away anytime soon.
That's awesome.
And it was very, very fun to be down there. Thank you so much for you guys accepting me in. And officially, I did get named the voice of the Lander Lobos for the next however long you hadn't put up with me.
We like it.
And so thank you so much for having me, and
bet.
congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
That is Coach David Reese. We will be right back.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back, everyone. Final score 5-3. Lander wins the state championship. And Sean, your final thoughts.
My final thoughts are that I have watched this team grow. I was at their very first practice, and I talked to all the coaches back then. I didn't even know anyone else in Wyoming other than some of these coaches and some of these players when I first moved here. They were my first real story. And to learn that they were at the last 2 state championships, the goal was obviously to get back to a 3rd straight, which is hard to do in any sport or at any level. And all the coaches just had nothing but extreme faith in their team, and as well they should have, because obviously we saw what talent they had. They just needed to refine it in a way that got them here, and not only did they do that, but they refined it in a way that they battled adversity extremely well, and they happened to win this state championship through adversity, through everything that they've been through, and they all think that this might be the best of the 3 teams to go to state championships in the last 3 years.
And I fully agree, and I'm with you, Sean. This is my first year here, and this was the first team that I got to cover fully through an entire season beside the Lander soccer team. And there's something, as I've mentioned several times, excuse me, that the 15 games finally caught up with me. There's something about this team that's just such an intangible. It is a family feel. They've accepted me and you and everyone that's come and done a game for them into their family. And I'm just so proud and so humbled to be accepted into this group and to be called the voice of the Lander Lobos for the next few years. And, Sean, I thank you so much for joining me.
It's been fun. I really can't wait to do this again, and I know that we will be calling more games together, but I don't know if any games have been as fun or as cool as these last 3 we just did. So it's going to be hard to top these.
And so as we sign off, one thing we want to mention is that the Lobos are not done playing baseball. They are going to go to the Pacific Northwest and compete there, and we will follow them until they are done with their season. So do not think that this is the last time you hear from me or from Sean. And I will keep you updated on our WyoToday sports update every single day. I will follow them until they are done, and I will send to Sean the information. He'll write stories on it, so check out the Ranger Lander Journal. And those two papers for all of the details and all of the scores. So for now, for Travis Gupton, the official voice of the Lobos, and he's Sean O'Brade, it's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next season.
Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.